The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel?
Hey, we've been doing some traveling this summer, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm telling you, we've been doing some traveling, but, we haven't done a big international trip just yet. I know that's coming up real soon, but, going out the country, we got to read a lot more because they got some crazy stuff going on. Did y'all see, the infestation of bed bugs in Paris, where they're going to have the 2024 Olympics? I mean, that's big.
It is big.
Hopefully they can get that cleared up before then. But, I've been seeing a lot of people on social media. They've been talking about it. Like they've been saying, okay, so I have a trip, I'm going. Should I go? Should I not go? What should I do?
But
people
don't
everywhere. Know what to do.
But it's everywhere. It's the Airbnbs. It's the subway. It's the buses. I mean,
what should they do?
Everything that they touch. If there's some cloth, they got bed bugs. If they got bed bugs on the bus and on the subway, and you're riding the train, that's gonna be an issue because at least a mattress you can throw away and you can buy a new mattress. I know a lot of it is they have all these old mattresses and bed bugs. I was reading about them. They're individual. So a bed bug will get in a bed. They're not societal. You get mosquitoes, they swarm together, but one bed bug can make thousands of bed bugs. Just when they find a nice warm spot.
One thing it looks like they were doing was throwing away. At some places they were throwing away the mattresses
on the street.
So what I would try to do is find.
But they were on the street.
Already said that they at least they're not inside. I would.
But they jump. Bed bugs jump? They are just like a grasshopper.
Yeah.
As soon as we walk by the bed bug, they jump on to the next person. Your bag, your purse, and they just ride along till they get to where they want to be.
Well, I wouldn't let them mess up my trip. That's what I would say. I would still go and I would just try to do whatever I could do. And maybe there's things that we can do to make sure. I know we always spray our beds and everything with Lysol. I don't know how much that would help, but maybe there's something.
But sure they were saying, those little packets that come inside your mattress and your sheets with all the little beads. They said that's the biggest deterrent from bed bugs. So maybe those packets, don't throw them away. They're in your shoes. Sometimes you get them inside boxes when you order stuff. We need to keep those little packets and start bringing them with us.
You pack them up in your suit, in your luggage. You bring them back home, and that's horrible. Now, if you bring it, you pretty much got to throw away everything in your house almost. If those come into your home,
maybe a travel hack is that you leave your luggage in the garage. You know how we were doing during COVID. You leave it in the garage, you spray it down, and then later on you bring it in to after it's okay.
Yep.
It's been sanitized, but maybe you don't bring it immediately into your home because you definitely want to have that.
Being on an airplane with someone who had a connecting flight from Paris right now. You don't know what they done brought back.
So would you ladies go and travel to Paris right now?
Nope.
I would go. Nope. If I had an international trip, I'm going. Paris is bucket list for me. I was
Yes, we know.
We
And
know,
we
but
know
I'm
you.
not going.
No,
I'm not going
it's
until
I'm
they
not
get
going
that
either,
resolved.
Jeanette, I'm not going. I know you want
I'm
to
not
go
going.
to Italy.
I
But then
mean,
I'm
we can
go
go.
gonna go over there.
Nope.
I'm gonna
They
go and
gotta
I'm
get
gonna
that.
fight the bed
They need
bugs,
to get
and
that
y'all can really have my
corrected.
pictures.
They got to get this under control because I'm telling you,
Mhm.
Jeanette, you think, oh, where you gonna go? You gonna go stay in London? You don't think the people that have gone from one place to another? This is in this, and what Paris is just reporting it. They said all these other little places around, nobody's saying anything, and it's because the Olympics is there, the NFL game is there.
Yeah.
People are going there for Fashion Week. They are going there and they're complaining because they are coming back with bed bug bites, or there is no place that you can feel safe that they've done. You know, even if they change them, if they take the mattress out of the hotels, this is Hilton, Hyatt, you know, big names. They are getting rid of it, and it's in the carpet. You leave the mattress, get in the carpet. And these are things that require. Now, if you're in Texas, extreme heat, they said that's the biggest killer. You got to have almost like 150 degrees to kill a bed bug.
Well, we wouldn't have to. Well, we get a little cooler now, but before the summer, we could have just left it out in the backyard, and we would.
And maybe we didn't know. Maybe we didn't know. We probably brought back some bed bugs, and they died because when they hit that Texas heat, they was gone. But I'm here to tell you, I'm just really concerned that it got to this point, and it's kind of like COVID, and it wasn't until it was dire straits. So it may have been going on, and I feel like because people are now kind of saying this is crazy. I mean, bugs biting you from the bus. You on the bus, the city bus.
And I know lots of times when we go places, we will use public transportation. So that's something else that we need to look at. Yeah, that's something else we need to.
Yeah,
so it's just not in hotels.
And that's the part. It's not just in a hotel. But we normally would have sprayed them sheets down and flipped them over and turned everything upside down. But you know, we might be riding and be sitting at a conference, sitting in a room eating dinner, because they said that restaurants, anything that had cloth, they said that those things were just coming, jumping out of one purse, getting into another.
You need a mini spray where you can just put it in your purse and take it everywhere with you. Insecticides.
I always bring that Lysol, that mini Lysol, but I'm not really sure if that works. I don't think that will work on bed bugs, but
I don't know. Whatever I tell you, whatever that chemical is in those little beads. I watched a lady on one of the YouTubes. She poured all of that into a water bottle with some kind of alcohol or something like that, and made her like a little spray.
Wow.
And she said that those little seed things, I don't know what they're called, but it's some kind of little chemical that kind of deters things like moths and stuff like that. It's like a mothball in the whatever the little packet.
Well, I just got new luggage about 3 or 4 months ago, and they were all in my new suitcase. So
they come in things like pillows. They come when you buy sheets.
What did you just say? What was in your luggage?
Those little pellets that were in there.
The little pellet packets. She said the pellet packets were
in my luggage.
But our norm is to throw that stuff away because it's really
irritating. I keep it in there, and definitely I'll keep it in there now.
Yeah, I thought she said bed bugs too. Yeah, but I thought you said you had bed bugs in your luggage.
No, I did not have bed bugs. I had the little pellets that would repel the bed bugs.
Yeah, those were.
I had to get some clarification.
Thank you, Yvette. Because what I think we need to do is try to research what we can do and what we can bring with us that's stronger than alcohol and Lysol and all of these sanitizers that we have. Because I'm telling you, I just came back from the Punta Cana, and I promise you, nothing had bit me. They have these big smoke bombs of things that kind of go off that kill bugs. And I am full of bites and itches and scratches. I don't know what got a hold of me. I don't think it was bed bugs, but it was some kind of bugs.
Wow.
So you just really don't know. And I was fine until I got, back into the States. And I'm like, why am I itching? So go figure.
Well, ladies, what else is going on in travel? I see a lot of people are going to Dubai. What do you all think about that? And what's going on? Some people are getting stuck over there. They're going to jail.
They going to jail.
It's
They getting
happening.
arrested. They getting put. They holding their passports for. I just kind of feel like that's just not a country that is very respectful of women. So, and if you notice, most of the people
Right.
who are
It's the
being
culture.
detained, they have been women.
I haven't seen any men detained, and I know that I had a friend who went there years ago, and she told me that when she would leave her hotel, she always had a male coworker that would leave with her, because when she was leaving by herself, they would ask her, "What, like, where are you going? What are you doing?"
Yeah,
So
because you can't be walking alone. You can't be doing anything that looks suspicious. You got to be covered up. You can't speak to men in certain tone. You can't even speak to men, period. That's against the law.
you know what? We have a friend that just recently got back from a trip from Dubai. We may need to bring her on
Yeah.
so she can
Yeah.
tell us
I think
exactly
that
what
might be a good
You
idea.
can't touch people.
Right, you can't touch anyone. And I think here recently that there's a student from New York that was just recently given 1 year sentence for for touching. And this is this craziness that we go to these countries. They spend a lot of money. Yeah, you want to fly on these Emirate planes and they'll fly you there, but when you get there, you're really treated like they don't want you there.
And there's a lot that you can't do. I know I heard about a woman, she was drinking wine on the plane, and when she got there, they arrested her
Yeah.
because they felt like women shouldn't be drinking wine.
Yeah.
So,
And then, we like to wear swimsuits, and sometimes they like to wear really provocative dresses. That stuff that flies in the DR and in Mexico, but you can't go. You can even, I've even watched people that are in parties that are closed off in hotels, and they literally are being, you got to completely cover up as soon as they get out the pool. And I don't even know if they really like women in the pool with swimsuits like that. So I don't know. It's kind of behind the times.
okay, so that's something we need to really look at, and a lot of travelers need to look at when you're going overseas. What are the rules for when you be in there? What can you wear? What can you not wear?
Yeah, especially if you're going to some of the religious time. Like right now, they're in some of their religious times right now where they're fasting, and that's another thing. You go to another country that's fasting, and you can't go in there and talk about I'm Christian. You can't. They'll kill you. So you have to know some of these rules, because if the Muslims are fasting and you're trying to eat and drink in the middle of the day, that's disrespectful for them. So I ain't going.
I would say too, another issue that we haven't talked about with travel is traveling to Israel. You travel somewhere and a war gets started, and then you have to try to navigate your way to get back home. So I think one thing you were saying before, Tina, that you always call the embassy and let them know. One thing we do need to start doing is looking at more safety and safety behind what if we get somewhere and we get stranded and we need to get back home. What are our steps that we're going to do to try to get back home?
Yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts, Yvette? I don't know.
I mean, I when we traveled to Hong Kong, we traveled to Bali. I mean, I logged into the embassy and I let them know that the time frame that we were going to be gone. I mean, you need to let your country know that you're going somewhere else, so if something happens, they can notify you.
Yep. I mean, even as extreme as just knowing the news, like what countries are allies of Russia, the Ukraine. You actually need to know some of this information.
Absolutely.
Because right now, if you go to places like Israel, I've even heard people say that they put a blank sheet of paper in their passport and have them stamp that paper, because if you go to Israel and then one day you decide you want to go to Abu Dhabi, if they flip through that passport and see that you've been in Israel, same thing, with Brittany Griner, Russia, and all these different places. If they see you've gone to a country that they hate, do you know they will pull your passport?
Yeah.
So that's why they were saying, like, places like Israel, when people say I'm going to Israel, they are either have two passports or have them stamp a page that that you can kind of take out, because they're saying that places that have religious conflict, you don't want them to stamp and go to a country that has a concern.
That's a good idea. And I would say
you pretty much stated that,
yeah.
that you are Christian going to a Muslim country, or if you're Jewish. So you have to really, really be cognizant of those international, discrepancies that are going on today. And I know this is craziness. I that you have to do all of this, but you know what? I think people just think, oh, I found a cheap ticket. No, you really need to.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more to it.
It's a lot more to it.
What you think? Right. And I always take a copy a lot of times of my passport, so that way maybe I'll get them to stamp the copy and not my original passport, so that they wouldn't be able to see whatever you can do. I would always say too, one thing that I would do if I was in another country, I would try to get to the airport, because the people that got to the airport and got out of Israel, they're okay. You just need to get to the airport.
Yeah. And then sometimes you can just take that page and maybe rip it out of your passport, put it in the back, and then when they go back through there, I would just say you should very, very much be conscious, because I just recently went to Dominican Republic, that I say. And you know what? I love Mexico. I'm just going to say that, because I feel like going to the Dominican Republic, they are resentful of American money. They try to take, for a little hand bracelet or braid your hair, $200. So they are pretty much like, you have the money.
U.S. dollars?
U.S. dollars. For a little, those little twisted little bracelets made with, natural Dominican beads. $200. But it was also this thing like they kind of were mad. I've gone, I stayed at all inclusive resort, but it was like they were mad that you were all there and you had all these lavish things, and there is.
You're saying the workers there, the workers there that come from the same background that we would come from were angry.
They were angry, and I'm angry to the point where I'm gonna tell you one story. I asked for an egg white only omelet. The man,
you do egg white. Okay.
He cracked 3 eggs in a bowl. He took his hand with a glove, took out the yolks of 2 of them, left one. He scrambled the egg, and then he just threw it on the thing, and it burned all the.
Wow.
And I was like, cheese, what do you want? He was very just aggressive about it. So to the point where he flipped it. And I'm real particular about my eggs. And he just put it on a plate like, get you. Go on about your life. And this was just one place that I had gone. And I was like, the lady, they would say, oh, I'll go get it. And they disappear. And it was like, if I would have pulled out money, they would have been jumping over the table. But I'm just sitting there. I didn't even have a purse. I just had my phone. And it was like they were mad. It was like, you could be spending money and leaving tips. And I just think that it was something must have been going on that they were mad. Maybe payday happened. And I don't know. They was pissed off at us. But anyway. I don't know. I ain't got to go back over there myself.
Well, ladies, we done talked about a lot of stuff today about travel and staying safe.
Yep.
Bet you got something else to say to our listeners?
Yep.
No, I think y'all covered a lot.
All righty, because I guess I will talk again. I know there's so much more to talk about with travel, because Biden did just pass. He's trying to pass that junk tax bill that's going to stop these hotels from charging us these crazy resort fees and convenient fees and all these fees. And you get a bill and a ticket. You be trying to figure out why you pay $40 for the ticket and $160 and all these fees. Yeah, but that's cool.
Ladies, it was good talking with you. I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Hi, I'm Shaletta Brundage. You know what my family and I are doing for MEA weekend? Child, we are going on vacation. And I mean a real vacation. We will not be crisscrossing the state or the country taking my son Andrew to tour college campuses. We found the right fit for him right here in the Twin Cities. It's Doherty Family College at the University of St. Thomas. This 2-year college will put him on a path to his 4-year degree. With small class sizes, he'll build personal relationships. And I like the free laptops and books. At Doherty Family College, he even gets free bus fare and free breakfast and lunch. This means he won't have to take on debt to get his education. And just think, my son, a Tommy, and me, a Tommy mommy. So for MEA weekend, save yourself some time and travel. Do what we did. Go to dfc.stthomas.edu and set up your own tour at Doherty Family College.
Have you heard the news about the new COVID-19 vaccine? The FDA has just approved the updated vaccine, and it's now available to keep you and your family safe. So get ready to roll up your sleeve. These vaccines are an effective tool to fight COVID-19. They target the variants that we know are circulating in our communities right now. So make a plan for you and your family. Contact your doctor, your clinic, your healthcare provider, or your local pharmacist and schedule appointments. The vaccine is authorized and recommended for all Minnesotans aged 6 months and older. Stay safe this fall and winter with the new COVID-19 vaccine. Being a teenager today is a real roller coaster ride. Up, and sometimes down even lower. An organization called Treehouse is giving Minnesota teens the support they need to build resiliency. Treehouse is a faith-based nonprofit that offers teens a safe space to share their troubles and learn healthy coping skills with peers and caring adults. Right now, Treehouse needs more volunteers. Do you have a passion to help teens? And would you like to share your wisdom with a middle or high school student who's feeling hopeless? Then sign up to volunteer with Treehouse groups meeting in Bloomington, Brooklyn Park, Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Eagan. Adult volunteers are needed as mentors, drivers, support group assistants, program assistants, and to help prepare hot meals. Lift up teens in our community and help them find hope and joy by volunteering with Treehouse. Learn more and sign up at treehousehope.org. Click on the Get Involved tab at the top of the page. That's treehousehope.org. The teens can't wait to meet you.
We are Treehouse!
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.